Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are going on a grand tour of our solar system. We're going to visit everything from our very own star all the way out to the icy giants at the edge. So let's jump right in. It's a question we've been asking for centuries. We look up and see the sun, we see the moon, but what else is really out there in our own cosmic neighborhood? Well, let's find out. So, first things first, what exactly is the solar system? Well, in a nutshell, it's this huge collection of celestial bodies, planets, moons, asteroids, all that stuff, and all of it is held together by the massive gravity of one central star, our sun. Right. And you really can't talk about the solar system without starting at its very heart. Everything, and I mean literally everything, revolves around our one and only star, the sun. Now, the sun isn't some big, solid rock. It's a gigantic, fiery ball of gas. It's pretty much all hydrogen and helium. These gases are packed together so tightly that their atoms fuse, and that process, nuclear fusion, is what creates all the light and heat that makes life here on Earth even possible. And just to give you an idea of how massive we're talking, the sun's diameter is about 109 times bigger than Earth's. To put that another way, if our Earth was the size of a tiny little pebble, the sun would be like a giant beach ball. Just imagine lining up 109 Earths end to end just to get across it. So the sun isn't just the bright center of our system, it's the power plant for every single planet. And what's really cool is that it isn't just sitting still, it's actually spinning on its axis, completing a full turn about once every 25 Earth days. Okay, so let's blast off from the sun. Our first stop is the inner part of the solar system. This is the neighborhood of the dense, rocky planets, the ones that are huddled up closest to the sun's warmth. And this is a really great way to picture the basic layout. Just think of the asteroid belt as a huge cosmic dividing line. All the planets inside this belt, those are the inner planets, and the ones beyond it are the outer planets, two totally different neighborhoods. First up, we've got Mercury, a real world of extremes. Since it's the closest planet to the sun, its surface bakes at an average of 167 degrees Celsius. And with basically no atmosphere to protect it, its surface is just covered in craters from billions of years of impacts. Our next stop is a planet you might have heard of as the morning star or evening star because it shines so brightly in our sky. This is Venus, often called Earth's twin. But yeah, don't let that twin nickname fool you. That number right there, 464 degrees Celsius, tells the real story. Venus is actually the hottest planet in the solar system. Yep, even hotter than Mercury. So why is that? Well, it's wrapped in this super thick, toxic atmosphere of carbon dioxide that just traps heat like a runaway greenhouse. And then, of course, we come home. Earth, the blue planet. As far as we know, it is the only place in the entire universe that has that perfect mix of liquid water, a protective atmosphere, and life. And of course, it's got its constant companion, our moon. And the last of the inner worlds is Mars, the famous red planet. That reddish color, it comes from iron oxide on its surface, which is basically just rust. Like Venus, its atmosphere is mostly carbon dioxide, but it's way, way thinner. It also has two little moons zipping around it. Okay, buckle up. We've just finished our tour of the inner rocky worlds. Now to get to our next destination, we have to cross that huge cosmic divide we talked about, a massive ring of space between Mars and Jupiter that's filled with millions of pieces of rock. We're going through the asteroid belt. And we've made it through! Welcome to the outer solar system. The rules are completely different out here. Forget about solid ground. We are now in the realm of the massive gas giants. And the undisputed king of this realm is Jupiter. I mean, it is just enormous. The largest planet in our solar system, hands down. Its incredible size gives it the strongest gravity of any planet, so it acts like a cosmic vacuum cleaner, pulling in debris. And get this, it has around 67 known moons orbiting it. Next up is what might be the most beautiful planet of all, Saturn. It's the second largest, but its real claim to fame is that incredible system of rings. And those rings aren't solid, They're made of countless tiny particles of ice and rock. And with about 62 moons, it's a pretty busy system on its own. Okay, heading even further out, we reach the two ice giants. First, there's Uranus, this strange world that's literally tilted completely on its side. It has about 27 moons. And finally, we get to Neptune, the farthest official planet from the sun. This deep blue world is incredibly cold, has the fastest winds in the solar system, and is orbited by about 14 moons. Now, the sun and the planets are obviously the big players, but they're not the only things out here. The solar system is filled with all kinds of other objects. You could almost call them the cosmic leftovers from when it all formed. So let's break it down really quick. You've got natural satellites, which is just a fancy word for moons orbiting planets. Then you've got asteroids, those millions of rocks mostly hanging out in the belt between Mars and Jupiter. And finally, you have comets and meteors, little icy snowballs and bits of rock that zip through space, sometimes giving us those beautiful shooting stars. So let's just zoom out for a second. This whole amazing system we've just toured, it started forming about 4.6 billion years ago. It's an ancient place, and today we're in this incredible time where we can explore it, not just by looking up at the sky, but by sending spacecraft and building powerful telescopes to uncover its secrets. It really makes you wonder, what's next? And that brings us to a final, really interesting thought. For all we know, our map of the solar system might not even be complete. There are some theories, based on the strange orbits of things way out there, that a massive, undiscovered planet, a so-called Planet 9, could be lurking in the darkness.